in today's video. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Showcasing Pycnoscelus surinamensis. Are you aware of the movie Tremors? From the 1990s, I think, where the ground would come alive with monsters every time they felt vibrations. And these roaches remind me of that movie, because every time they smell food, first they go berserk, and then the enclosure comes alive like this. Wait, they're escaping. So the particular thing about, let me feed them to get them entertained and prevent them from running away. So probably a little bit more. Believe it or not, this colony came from a single female, and all of these roaches, they are clones of that female, because Pycnoscelus surinamensis reproduces exclusively by parthenogenesis, which means they clone themselves. So even if you have adults here, they are all females, and they are all clones of the original female that I captured in Thailand. You can see some of those roaches in one of my Diacama scalpratum videos. I wasn't aware that I had captured them. They came in the soil, which I brought back from Thailand with the Diacama. And that roach, or those roaches, formed a colony, and by chance I had them in the aquarium, and they started growing, and then actually I kept them ever since, since 2018. So these are exactly like the Oocearia biroi in the ant world. They are clones. They clone themselves. There is another line of this species, which is called Pycnoscelus indicus. Now the difference is that basically they look the same, but indicus actually has males and reproduces sexually, while Pycnoscelus surinamensis is said to be a descendant line, a parthogenic line of indicus, which because of the absence of males at a certain or given time, started to reproduce exclusively by parthenogenesis. And sorry about this, I should have zoomed in earlier on. I was distracted. And so yeah, they are burrowers. They like to stay underground, except when feeding. So all of these that don't have wings are nymphs, and the adult females with wings, as you can see there. They climb any type of surface very well. They like humid, moist substrate, and they are voracious eaters. They can eat basically anything, and they're fun to watch. Again, every time I open this enclosure, it seems that nothing is going on, and suddenly after a few minutes, because of the scent from the food, that they can smell, the whole enclosure becomes alive, and reminds me of that movie that I was talking about back when I was a kid. I used to watch it with my best friend. These are actually invasive species, given their capability, their reproductive capability. It's easy for them to travel, like it happened with me, in pots, flower pots, and other small amounts of soil. Again, you only need a baby nymph like that to make it through, and you'll have a whole new colony in another place of the world. There are other types of Pycnoscelus. I don't have any actually. I would like to have, but I only have this one. And even invasive, they're a very fun roach to keep. I have never used them as feeders. I might try one of these days. But because they are excellent burrows, I will probably need to kill them first. Fun little roaches. So yeah, what else? What else can I say about them? Nothing much. Basically, one more thing. They actually can lay eggs to have males, but the males are said to be not inoperative. How do you say? I'm missing the word. Basically, they're useless. The colony, the females can produce males, but they are not functional. This is what I meant. They are not functional, and they are extremely rare. So they don't show up often in this parthenogenic line, unlike the Pycnocelus indicus, which actively reproduces sexually. Let me try to get this this adult. So most of my wait, let me try to zoom in here. It's complicated. So as you can see, it's a female, of course, and they are plump, and fat, and doing great. One of the problems of keeping them in the small space is that during molting they might cannibalize each other. So if you want to have a larger colony, I wouldn't recommend such a small enclosure, but because I don't want to have more than what I have, it's already too much. I'm letting themselves regulate their own population. I throw the food that I need to throw, and then the rest is up to them. So as you can see, the whole floor is moving. Yeah. Okay guys, hope you have enjoyed this short video on another roach species. Tomorrow we go back to ants. Cool, right? Everything's shaking. They remind me of moles coming up to pick up the flakes and then quickly disappearing. Give me that. It's mine, you bastard. In 5 minutes you don't have anything left. This species would give awesome species to do bloody composting, which is basically recycling of vegetable and your garbage, basically. I think they would do great. The only problem is that they can climb actually very well, plastic and glass, so not easy to contain. That's why everything here is covered with mesh. The top is also covered with mesh to prevent any escapes, because these would survive in the house for quite some time, and I don't want to have any roaches moving around. Okay guys, this is long overdue. Thank you so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.